right, Coach. Thanks for joining us. If you want to just start us off with some opening thoughts about today's win against Purdue.
First of all, thank you. Thanks for being on. Appreciate it, as always. I just thought, gutty, gritty, win today for us against a program like Purdue. I have a ton of respect. Matt Painter has done as good a job as anybody building a great program. I knew, they got inside guys. They got guys who can really shoot it. They're a very difficult team to prepare for in a couple days. And, we've been a little banged up physically, but I thought our guys came and played with great energy, made plays down the stretch. I thought our defense at times was very good. Got through a couple days here with a lot of injuries and thought we really earned that win tonight against a really, really good Purdue team.
Thanks, Coach. We'll start off with questions from Jerry and then Bobby.
Steve, what do you think of the way your team responded to Ron not being there? He's a big piece that's missing, and can you just take us through what happened to him and how he's doing?
I mean, he just, hurt his ankle, and obviously we need everybody. We miss him, we miss Cliff, we miss Caleb. Any guy that's injured, especially in this league, you need everybody. But I thought our team, responded the way we're supposed to respond. Next guy was ready to play. Tip of the hat, Dean Reber hasn't played a lot of minutes. He came in and gave us great minutes. Oscar came in and made some plays. Duke came off the bench and had to wrestle with two of the biggest players in the conference. And then everybody else stepped up. Geo looked like Geo. Montez was spectacular. Had just a terrific night. Jacob, coming off a bad injury, plays 35 minutes. I can't take him out, and he has to guard Eric Hunter, who's one of the, best point guards in the league, and chase him around all night. So, it's a good team win tonight with, good toughness. And now we got to get these other guys back and healthy and, get ready for this next stretch here coming up.
Steve, can you just talk about the team's three-point shooting? You made 7 of your first 9. It seems like there was a time not too long ago when it was struggles from deep, but now you guys seem to be hitting it so often. Can you just talk about that improvement?
I mean, we've improved a lot, and, credit to our guys. They've been in the gym. It's nice having Geo back, another guy that can, shoot the ball from deep. But Jacob Young's been in the gym. Paul's been in the gym. Montez has been in the gym. Dean can shoot the ball too, so I'm looking forward to him adding to that. Oscar is a really good shooter. I thought we got really good looks. I thought our guys were in range and in rhythm. I thought our guys did a good job of finding the open man. The way they defend, they kind of crowd the lane, so they give you those opportunities. And we took advantage of it, and they went in. So it's always a good day when they're going in.
We'll go to Brian Fonseca and then Richie.
Steve, looked like Geo looked his most comfortable since coming back from the injury and get 19 points, his best game of the season. Just how did he play, and how important was it for him to play like that, given you guys were really shorthanded?
Well, I mean, he's a good player, so need him to play like that. He's a vocal leader, too, for us. I thought his defense was really good, too. He had to guard some tough guys, they got shooters, they got penetrators, they got a lot of different weapons that they can kind of attack you with. But Geo looked like Geo, and, that ankle sprain was not, was a bad ankle sprain. And he's been getting closer and closer, and I think you saw that tonight. We needed everything. I mean, I couldn't take him out of the game, really. Excited to have him, play like that, but, start to expect him to play like that. He's a good player.
Hey, Steve, can you talk a little bit more about Paul Mulcahy's game? I know he only had 11 points, but he shot 3 of 5 from 3. And going into last season, I guess Mulcahy wasn't the best outside shooter.
Paul's great. I mean, Paul does a lot of things for us. 11 points is awesome, but he handles the ball. He's a leader. He's tough. I mean, I can't take him out of the game. He's banged up too. Paul, has to guard bigger guys sometimes. He has to guard guards. I mean, I never get caught up in, and what the numbers say, because I watch the film all the time and I see all the things that he does to help us win basketball games. And he played great today. He really did. And we needed every one of his points.
We'll go to Matt Sugam and then Mike Ashmore.
Yeah, Steve, I actually got two questions. The first one is just with the foul shooting. How important is that, confidence-wise to go 11 to 12 and finish it down the stretch? And then the second one, just the matchup Miles Johnson had to have tonight with Purdue's bigs. How hard is that when, one, they have a really good big man in general, and then they have a few reserves and Cliff's out?
Yeah, Miles, stayed out of foul trouble. That was huge tonight too. But, Miles is so important to us for a lot of different reasons, especially when you play a team like this. Travion Williams is a really good passer. So if you double down, you got to kind of pick your poison with him a little bit. And Edney's 7'5". He's huge. Miles has to wrestle with them. I thought Duke came in too and gave us some good minutes, going against two of the better post guys in the league. But Miles really important. He alters shots. He's a really good defender. He could score, down low. They're a tough team really to attack down low because they're so big and they double down a lot. But, Miles is a really, really important part of this. Got to keep him on the floor, and then we got to get Cliff back. We got to get him healthy again, and so we can change our lineups and do some different things.
And then with the free throw shooting, how important is that just confidence-wise to get, back on track with that?
We made free throws tonight. We make free throws. I know has been saying this. I feel very confident in our guys. They're good foul shooters. They spend a lot of time working on it. We've made them, a lot of them down the stretch in those games. So I'm very confident in these guys, and they continue to work on it. I think, having Geo back is really good. Keep in mind, Ron is a real good foul shooter too, and Caleb McConnell may be our best foul shooter as a program. So we're down a couple of guys that can really shoot free throws too. But thought they got it there on the end there, 1-on-1s. We stepped up and made them. We made big plays. Miles, too, from the foul line, making the first. Those are good signs for us, moving forward, especially in this league where games are all going to be close.
Coach, I have two questions as well. I just was curious about the Purdue went on that early run in the second half. It's like a 12-2, 14-2 run. I was curious what your message was to the team during that timeout, and also if it was too early to tell and if Ron might be available for Iowa.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Ron, but I expect teams in this league. It's a league of runs. Purdue's really good. They can really shoot the ball. I never get too worked up over that. We go on runs ourselves, and we can really score this year, so it's a little bit different than in the past. But, yeah, that's a program that wins. They just win. So, no lead is safe. They're going to make a comeback. Those kids are really good players, and Matt Painter's, an excellent coach. So, we got our guys back and refocused. I thought we played good Rutgers basketball. I thought we were gritty when we needed to be. I thought we grabbed rebounds, even though we're down a couple guys, in the rebounding department, and ended up having a real good night and a real good win. We can enjoy it for 5 minutes, and we're on to another huge test with Iowa.
We'll go next to Aaron Brightman and then Jaden.
Coach, you played pretty much exclusively your starting five the last 15 minutes of the game. Just wondering if that was kind of your plan at the half, and if there was any message to those guys about needing to really carry the load down the stretch with not coming out.
They don't want to come out, so that's an easy one because, I ask them at times, you need a quick blow, and all of them are ready to go. So they want to stay in the game. We used our timeouts down the stretch, a couple media timeouts, get them a quick minute. But when we're down players, you have to do what you can do on that day. And I like those lineups. I thought defensively those were good lineups. But I trust our bench. Our bench was really good. They really helped us. They gave us some minutes, really good quality minutes. So it was a good sign for our bench and gives me a lot of confidence to keep rotating those guys in.
Steve, you mentioned Montez was in the gym in the offseason working on his three-point shot and really improving there. It seems like his confidence has gone up as well. What can you say about how much you've seen that jump from him sophomore to junior year, being more of a confident guy on court?
Montez really has been as consistent a guy on our team. He comes to practice every day. He's had, really good, consistent practices too. Last year he was up and down in practice a little bit, and he's been very consistent, and he's in great shape physically. He's been through this league, and he really improved his jump shot. He put the time in. He's in the gym. He really had a great off season, and he found a gym when he was home, and he's found this gym here. He loves it, and we're thankful to have a gym that's available 24 hours, and he certainly takes advantage of that. So I think you could see the improvements in their games, and that's because of the work that they've done, to get better. And we need nights like this from Montrezl. He can score it. He can get to the rim. He can get fouled. He can post it. He can do a lot of things, and I think you saw a little bit of everything tonight.
Got time for 2 more questions for Coach. We're going to take them from Jerry Carino and then Bobby to finish out.
Steve, you threw Oscar and Dean into the fire tonight. Did you say anything to those guys either before or afterwards about their performance?
No, I was proud of all. I thought our bench was great. So, I told them that, but, I told them they're going to play and they should expect to play, and the next guy ready to go. The obstacles that you go through during the course of a season in this league is unbelievable. So you're going to have sprained ankles, you're going to have headaches, you're going to have, sicknesses, you're going to have all kinds of things. So we just happen to have a lot going on at once. So everyone's got to be ready. In the last game, Duke played 20 minutes. He didn't play the game before that. This game, Dean played 18 minutes. I trust my bench. Those guys have been working hard. They're ready. They just haven't gotten the minutes because, our veterans are pretty good. And when our veterans are on the court, it's hard sometimes to, take them off the court. But it's not because I don't love this class. I think that this freshman class is really good. And, Cliff and Mawat too. Mawat had 2 practices since his injury. So he's still got to get back to, shape and conditioning. He's really good too. So we trust these guys a lot, and they were called on today, and they stepped up, and they gave us great minutes, and that's what I expect of them.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Steve, you guys are 7-1 now, and I don't think you've had a game where you've had everybody at full health. What does that kind of say to you about this team?
Yeah, I mean, I've always liked our depth, anyways, I trust the guys that, I brought in and recruited. I think we had a good game plan too. Carl Hobbs did a good job, preparing us for this game, as all of our assistants do a really good job. So, I just like the fact that we're figuring out ways to win. I like the fact that when we need big stops, we're getting them. And I like the fact that every night somebody different, can step up and do great things. And that's really what we need. We need everybody in this league. You see how deep all these teams are. You see how well coached they are. We just need everybody. And one night it may be we need a 3-point shooter, and Oscar gets a little bit more. Tonight we needed some size and some rebound, and Dean got, Mawat's a really good defender. He may, but we also need to, get everybody back. We need to get Ron back, and we need to get Cliff back. And, it's better when you have the whole package. But, the guys fought through it tonight. A lot of adversity. And we even had a fire alarm go off during the middle of our shoot around today for 25 straight minutes. So we got through that obstacle too.